keep loving you. Feeling you. I fight for you. I couldn't imagine I'd wake up alone in this room. Went to church with you.
Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing as well as can be. A very happy day of the girl to you all. First of all, I want to come up here and say a huge thank you to Sam, one for the introduction and two for this monumental opportunity. Hello, my name is Naima Rain Allen Nugent, and today I have the honor to introduce the one and only Jully Black. For a pitch I made this past summer at a Black Girl Embrace Yourself camp hosted by Rhythm&Blues Cambridge, on why we think you'd be a good fit to interview a celebrity. So as one of the winners, I'm super excited to be here today. Jully Black, a 2-time June Award winner, 8-time nominee, a winner of the Gemini Awards, and many more, has changed the game for many young Black girls coming up in Canada, and has paved the way and certainly made a difference in not just my life, but most. Even if you've never heard of her before, you will now. Jully Black is recognized as Canada's Queen of R&B Soul, celebrated for her powerhouse vocals, humor, confidence, assertive personality, and genuine love for people. I only wish I could say the same for myself. But I truly admire Jully's compassion to not only touch the heart of her many fans with her extensive music catalog, but also to support and help the organizations and the communities around her, such as the Canadian Icon Society, Toronto's Jane and Finch Community Center, Because I Am a Girl, Plan Canada, Black Youth Helpline, and is an advocate for women's empowerment, mental health, and social justice. With all that being said, Jully Black is known for her bravery, despite the controversy and hate, to change the national anthem from Our Home and Native Land to Our Home on Native Land, to acknowledge and be more inclusive to the Indigenous communities, which is, in my opinion, an eye-opening and inspirational moment to witness. This evening, you'll have the privilege to listen to this national icon's life story, career status, and background. Guiding you through this interview will be my fellow pitch winner, Sarah Nabisi, also a young Black girl incredibly grateful for this opportunity. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, without further ado, please give a big round of applause as we welcome Sarah Nabisi and the remarkable, inspirational, and extraordinary Jully Black.
I want to give a round of applause for Sarah right here. And the beautiful queen who introduced me, because let me tell you something. The future is bright when I see people like you. And the young lady who introduced me, I would love to say your name too. What's your name? What's your name?
Naima Rain.
Naima Rain? Naima Rain. Yes, Naima Rain and Sarah, let's go. Round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
So I have some questions that I would like to ask you today.
Okay.
So first of all, how would you describe yourself? How would you say, what makes you special?
What makes me special? What a question off the top. Off the top. I often say that I'm one of one, period. I think if we all recognize that there isn't anybody on earth like us, irregardless of abilities, of talent, of race, of ethnicity, of religion, any of the things, it starts off with recognizing that we are absolutely one of one. And that's what makes me special. I can go into what they said on the, my bio and accomplishments. That's the scene. There's a scripture that says, so we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. And so for me, it's really focusing on the unseen. And what we don't see is love. We don't see it. We can't grab it. It's not tangible, but it's something that we have to exercise. So that's what makes me special. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Everybody should acknowledge that they're special, that they're
one of one. One of one.
So I learned that you're Jamaican. How would you say?
Yes. New citizen. I became a Jamaican citizen a few months ago. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, finish your question. I'm hype. I'm hype because this is what's in my bloodline.
How would you say your cultural background has impacted your music?
Oh, very nice. Well, my mom's family's from St. Anne's Parish, and so in Jamaica, and that's also where Bob Marley's from, Marcus Garvey's from, Shabba Ranks is from, Shabba. But really, reggae music was played a lot in the four walls of my household, and then there's a lot to be said about being a born Canadian, and then stepping outside of the four walls, and then hearing, other music, right? So, but if I were to say right now, baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause it's gonna, look at that. I'm singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause why Cambridge? 'Cause it's what? Look at that, just like that, right? Uncle Bob, I call him Uncle Bob. What I love about reggae music is that it is actually more of a connector than any other genre in the world. Brings people together more than rock, more than pop, hip hop, R&B, blues, jazz, country. Anywhere I've gone in the world and I sing a line of Bob, all of a sudden racism's gone. All of a sudden body shaming's gone. All of a sudden the fight against religions are gone. Everything, it totally disarms people. And so that's how it's influenced me in my music, that no matter what I write, even if it's not in the reggae genre, my intention is to ensure that it's relatable and it brings people together.
That's amazing. Like, you know so much about your country, and never forget where you're from. That's something that everybody should know.
It's a privilege to be a Jamaican. My family left Jamaica in the 60s to run and come for a better life, right? But then I say, so everybody ran out of Jamaica, and when I go and visit, I'm seeing lots of other cultures, the Spanish, the Chinese, the German, the Italians, the list goes on, buying the land, and it's fine, like it's prime real estate, but I'm like, I think I'm missing out on something here, where everyone else is running back into Jamaica. So, it's very, very important for me to get to know the wealth of the history. And as I'm 47 years old, in 1 month I'll be 47 years old. And yeah, hello, black don't crack, Jully Black don't crack either. Okay, I never thought about actually like retiring or relocating to Jamaica until recently, after my mom passed away. And I was like, okay, so my parents came to Canada with nothing, right? Made life. Here I am on this stage, sitting with you, talking to some amazing people. I'm doing well for myself. And so why should Canada be the end-all, be-all? Like, I need to actually go back home and learn, right? So I probably answered a whole bunch of questions in one. I'm just excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, that's amazing. We love that. We love Jamaica. We just love Jamaican people.
That needs to be on a t-shirt. We just love Jamaican people. Sounds like we got some merch going on. Somebody write that down. Okay, boom.
So, how was it like growing up as a black girl in Canada?
So it's so interesting when people ask me about like being a black girl or even a black woman. Because systemically, yeah, there were some things that I realized kind of after the fact. But I want us to move through this world like as people and not being some sort of anomaly, like you're good for a black girl, or you're so good as strong as a woman, or like I said, recently I said I'm taking the S off my chest. I'm gonna speak to the black women in particular. This whole strong black woman thing has actually become a problem. And it has us not get the proper medical care. It has us not ask for help. It has us becoming more sick, dying young, and the list goes on. And so I says, you know what? I've never heard anyone say strong Asian woman, strong white woman, strong South Asian woman, strong Jewish woman, strong, strong, strong. I've only heard strong black woman. And so I've taken that S and I've actually changed it to soft. And to handle me with care. I'm delicate, I'm precious, I'm a jewel. You should handle me with absolute care. There's 3 S's that I've decided to move through my life with these days. And it's, I want to feel safe. This is for everybody now, right? I'm going to talk to all women, no matter the race. I want to feel safe. I want to feel seen. And I need to be able to be soft. Those 3 S's are mandatory in every relationship, especially my friendships. One of my best friends, she's back there filming me right now. That's Asra. We've been friends since grade 3. Give her a round of applause. That's Asra Lovelace. Right? So, yes, I've noticed differences in wage disparities. I've noticed in the music business, you know, what might work for like if you know, look at Adele, for example. Love her, beautiful singer, love her songs. But put the same songs on a black girl, it might not have done as well. I say the same thing about Ed Sheeran. Great songs, we love them, but yeah, and all the and all them reggae vibes, right? Put that same song on a black boy, black man, it might not have went #1. So I'm kind of over the anomaly of this kind of blue eye soul thing. It's like, yeah, you have talent, but now let's just go pound for pound, note for note, you know, degree for degree. Let's not make it, oh, because you're seeing this come out of another type of face, that all of a sudden it's a wow factor. So going through my life now as a black person, as a black woman, and have faced the biggest challenge of my life, which is burying my mom 7 years ago, nothing scares me. I'm gonna disrupt many spaces and change as many atmospheres as possible because I'm doing it for the right reasons. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So I was never ashamed of my skin color. I was ashamed of my body, of my figure, of my shape. Because growing up, you know, I'm born in 1977, so 80s, early 90s, having the shape that I have now, that, you know, people are paying big money for, people are buying my booty. I know you're a young lady, but I'm gonna just keep it real with you, right? People are buying the very thing that I used to stretch my clothes to cover. You know, I'd try to wear frumpy clothes because I was ashamed, I was bullied, right? I was also sexually abused as a child, right? Because I was so developed. And so it's interesting because there's times where people will focus on race, you know, but I want to kind of peel the onion layers a little bit more and bring awareness to, hey, you know what? There are some other challenges out there that go way beyond the skin that you're seeing, right? And so it's important for me. I often say, this is why I say it on every platform, like, you know, I wouldn't choose it, but I wouldn't change it. Because I've done the work, because I'm doing the therapy. I'm team therapy. I will never stop doing therapy. And I often say, who's the therapist? Because also those who are helping us need help themselves, right? So I kind of fell into if we're gonna talk about shade, as far as shadeism, I was always kind of like an in-between complexion. And where competition kind of held when I was growing up was more like your hair texture, even more than your skin tone, the length of your hair and them foolishness. That's why it was such a big deal for me to cut all my hair off when I was like, my hair was down to here and feel so empowered. Yeah.
And sadly that keeps going. A lot of girls today have a lot of insecurities, and even if the type of insecurities changes, it keeps going, and that's something that is really sad in the world that will never stop. We hope it will, but we might not.
Right.
And what's a message you would like to tell to your younger self?
Whew. That one, this type of question, these questions always kind of hit me a certain kind of way because obviously hindsight's 20/20, you know? And I don't live in regret, so I pride myself on not being regretful. if I were to keep it very, very simple, first thought, right thought, I would say you're enough. You're completely whole. And I'll tell her what my mom told me, or ask her what my mom asked me in her last couple days on earth. My mom asked me, she used to call me Jew, right? She said, Jew, do you want to be a mother or do you want to have a baby? I just said, I want to be a mother. I didn't even think about it, right? And she said, okay, good. Then you have your entire life. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're not a woman because you haven't had biological children. There are a lot of children who need love out there. So if you want to be a mother, you hold on to that because you're perfect as you are. Thank you.
Everything you say tonight is really, really cool. Like, it inspires
Thank you.
me. Like,
Thank
right
you.
now, I'm excited.
Isn't she doing an awesome job? Like, may I ask how old you are?
I'm 14.
14? Wow. Move over, Jennifer Hudson and all them people there. You need your own show. Yeah, give her a round of applause. This is big. The confidence, the courage, the lip gloss is popping. Saying.
Thank you. How has your skin color, how would you say your skin color impacted your music?
Ooh. So what's interesting, I'm just going to lean into like Canada versus, say, America, because I've lived both places and I've released music both places, well, internationally, but you know. In Canada, when I was coming up, especially in the music business, there were very few of us who were able to not just only kick open the door, but kind of keep it open for those who were coming behind us, right? So being a black girl, it was important for me to go into the spaces educated. And so I wanted to make sure that when I'm in these rooms, I wasn't in these rooms because I could just sing anything at the drop of a dime, not based on sheer talent, right? My mom would say, and Jamaicans might know this phrase, or Caribbeans, you have to play fool to catch wise. I'd get into rooms that most black girls or women wouldn't necessarily get into, because they just think they're doing like a box tick. But then when I'm in the room and I'm licking them with the entertainment law and I know my rights, my responsibilities, you know, they're like, whoa, okay, this one, we have to watch out for this one. She knows what's up, right? So my message is, don't be afraid to go into these rooms, even if you don't feel like you're qualified. And I'm gonna go and lean into my religion because I heard it was I think it was Pastor Stephen Furtick. He said, God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. I'll say it one more time. God doesn't call the qualified, but he will qualify the called. And I've always known I've had a calling on my life that's bigger than my own life. This is why, you know, you mentioned, I'm sorry, I forgot her name again. Naima Rain, when Naima Rain mentioned the national anthem, for example, right? I knew that call, when I heard the download to make that decision, it was bigger than me. It's bigger than any picture, any Wikipedia, any award, any reward. It was bigger than me. And so I think that if more of us, especially as black and brown folk, would realize that, wait. We actually are the ones that, when we lean into our courage, that's when laws change. That's when rules change. That's when policies change. In fact, you know, if you go into even some of the American history, it wasn't like white women couldn't vote either, right? So it wasn't just like black people couldn't vote. So when we were able to vote, when black women made certain decisions, white women benefited too, right? In a good way. So realize that sometimes it seems like we're the sacrificial lamb. We're actually like making a way for generations to come. Yeah.
Love that. Love everything you said.
Thank you.
If music wasn't your career and you had to choose something else, what would you choose? Or if you had to choose music again, why?
Wow. I'm gonna start calling you Sarah, right? I'm gonna start calling you Sarah GPT. Sheesh. If I weren't making music See, it's changed now, because my first answer used to be, it would be law, because I love law. I went to school for law enforcement, and then criminology, and then entertainment law, and then I became a singer. But now, it would be theater. It would be theater. I played a character in a musical called Caroline or Change, and on Broadway, it was on Broadway, and it came to Toronto, and I had never done theater in that way, and they asked me to lead the whole thing, so I had to learn 300 pages, 29 songs, and the imposter was loud. This was after my mom passed away, and a lot of times I was like, well, if mom's not here to see it, I don't want to do it. I was kind of good. That was my way of grieving. And I remember another one of my mentors said to me, you need to put things on your calendar that scare you. You need to put things on your calendar every year that scare you. I don't care if you're running a marathon. I don't care if you're climbing a mountain. I don't care how young you are. Sign up for some cross country, something. You need to put something on your calendar that scares you. Because that is how you build your courage, your confidence, and your faith. On the other side of fear is your biggest breakthroughs. So after I did that production, and I won every award. I'm talking about awards that like seasoned Angela Bassett, them seasoned actors. Loretta Devine has won this same award. I'm like, it dawned on me, like, wait. So I had this conversation happening in my mind, focusing on what I thought I couldn't do, which was a total illusion. And all I had to do was literally train for it. The results are in the routine. And that's what I learned from that. So it would be theater, for sure, and I'd always choose music again. And really, music chose me when I started to sing before I could speak. So I would always choose music over and over again. Thank you.
Step up, try new things.
Get out your bubble. Is she swaggy? I love you. I need to take you home with me. That's so great.
And what's some advice you would like to give to young Black artists starting in the music industry or any industry in general? Any young Black artists trying to step up and build new things?
Yeah, I love that question. And I love that you said any industry, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Period. Period, full stop. So, and your reason for doing it has to be very clear, meaning like, what is your why? Establish a why. My why, at a very young age, I'm the youngest of 9 children. After my parents divorced, my mom was raising us in government housing. And honestly, I didn't know that we were doing without, because the way my mom rocked that household and made that bully beef and rice and cabbage taste like the best thing ever, I didn't know our true circumstances. But when I got old enough to see that, hey, mom hasn't really bought herself a new something in a long time. Mom hasn't gone on a trip in a long time. I was like, okay. My why was to get us out of government housing. And, being able to, it wasn't until 2009, but in 2009, after 7 Day Fools 07, I did really well for myself financially. I looked up, I dropped to my knees, and I said, okay, God, I can do this. And I got my mom a condo, and I said, we're moving. And she was like, no, she didn't. No, it's too much money. Don't spend that money. Because my mom had me later. She was already in her 70s and stuff. And I'm like, no, ma'am. Before your eyes close, your name is going on a deed. You're signing these papers. You have to see this for yourself. And it was the best thing ever to be able to do that for my mom. So I say that to say, like, you might see certain industries or certain artists seem like they're kind of maybe showing off a little bit or whatever. Like, give them grace, because you don't know how they might have been raised, and they just want to give their family just that one feeling of, sorry. We just have to judge less, even just seeing what's happening in Tampa right now, or Palestine, or all these places, right? You realize, like, at any second, thank you, your number could be called. At any second. At any second, right? And so I just want us to lean into like really enjoying our life and having fun, bring back play, bring back a sense of wonder. That's what I'll tell you all. Make sure that you have a sense of play and wonder. Hold the hairbrush again and envision a microphone. Everything that we want to do in life starts in our imagination. It really does. If you can't see it in your imagination, I'm not even talking about New Age, visualization, manifest, meditate, all the things. I do all that too, don't get it twisted. But one thing I've realized recently, like as recent as the last year, is a lot of what's happened in my life, I saw it in my head, I saw it in my mind, because that's the only way I was able to actually feel a different circumstance as a kid, was in my head, So that's my advice, like to have us just start to visualize, start to imagine again. And if you came from another country, or children of immigrants, or an immigrant yourself, remember how it was. And give thanks for how it is. Yeah, anyway.
And it is so beautiful, it is so amazing to see how far you came and how far you came from. It is so amazing to see what you achieved and
Thank you.
what you had to come through. So this is all I have for you today.
Really?
Thank you again for taking the time to share with us your experience, your story, and everything about you.
Thank
That
you.
was amazing.
Thank you. And thank you all for being here. You did a phenomenal job. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Question. We only have one or two questions.
You can take a couple questions, yeah. Don't everybody jump at the same time.
No, but Cambridge is a very modest town, so you have to wait just a moment.
That's okay. Or maybe they got
Very
everything.
modest.
Maybe they got everything in the talk.
And they may have gotten everything in the talk. I know.
Okay.
See, that's great. Cambridge is a very modest town. Here we go.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Julie.
Good evening.
Amazing interview.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Sarah. And it was beautiful to hear your story and your life experiences. I wanted to know what makes you happy and whole.
Wow. Well, it's interesting because to me, happiness is like a purse. That kind of it's kind of an accessory, and what's permanent is joy. And so each day I fill my joy bank with self-care for sure. I've leaned into the power of exercise. I've been an athlete, and I exercise all the time. That's free antidepressants just by getting moving. Every single day lives right inside of us. But I truly invest, and I've been invested into my friendships, spending time, like belly bust laughing. Like laughter is so good. We were laughing. Like, when you create experiences, or you're a part of experiences that make you laugh, and then you have that in your pocket to dial up. Like, I can dial up so many scenarios, even something that has to do with bunions. It's a whole other, you see? Look it, hunched over. Hunched over. So that's the part. As far as happiness and joy, like I used to say, I want to be happy. I was trying to search for happiness that way, in people, places, and things that got hurt a lot. So back to what I said about the unseen, right? The joy is unseen, right? It lives in here, so that. And as far as wholeness, I start to, back to the one of one, I just start to really kind of lean into the little baby that was running around. Didn't care if she couldn't fit in the skinny jeans. Didn't care if her waist was whatever size in the diaper. We were born whole. Just going back to that original, straight out the womb. And, you know, I've had my aha that a lot of things that rendered me incomplete or broken had to do with, relationships at times, but also had to do with just like choices. So I had to take accountability for my choices. And then realize, lastly, in summary, is that the only thing that's real is literally our two eyes making four right now. Even this whole fireside chat is already an illusion. It's gone, right? So can we be where our feet are and stay present as much as possible? That'll help us truly feel wholeness each and every day. Thank you.
Beautiful. You know what? We're at time. I know we had one more back here. I'm so
Go
sorry.
ahead, let's do the one. We can do the one more, and we'll get out.
Okay, God bless you.
Yeah.
It's like begging us.
And it's a man too. Hey.
Okay, here we go. Thank you.
Julie, thank you very much for taking my question. I appreciate it. My name is Con. Can you hear me? Yeah, all right. My name is Conroy. I saw you actually at Shaggy backstage. I don't know if you remember.
Last summer?
Yeah. I was there, me and my girlfriend.
Nice.
Real quick, I just want to find out, as many of us are very inspired by, you know, your accomplishments, I want to know what's next for Jully Black.
I'm getting married, honey. I'm getting
Yes.
married. I'm getting married. I said yes. Put a ring on it. Yeah, I can tell you so much stuff happening business-wise, but let me tell you something. It hits different. Seriously, this whole no shade to, you know, dating and the apps and all the things. Find them how you find them. But let me tell you something. I believe we need to popularize relationships again. Solid commitment, investing in one another. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, someone else said this. I'm not trying to promote who's going to change my diaper, but someone said, listen, who's going to change your diaper or your oil? But doing life, companionship, it's so beautiful. I had no idea it hit like this. I had no idea. So, okay, that's what's next. If you want to do business, I'm writing a memoir. I'm about 15 chapters in with a major publisher. So a lot of the stories, imagine the layers of the stories. That's coming. And I'm going on tour. For 6 weeks, starting next February. Hopefully I'll be coming through to Cambridge. I know that we're doing quite a few Ontario dates. A lot of... and today we launched, Sinai Medical Center launched a campaign about menopause and perimenopause and hormone health. I am a big advocate on breaking the stigma, especially in the Black community amongst Black women. A lot of the faces that have to do with this hormone health are white faces. It's fine, but we have different lived experiences. And a lot of my girlfriends are in serious denial, going through frozen shoulder, all type of stuff. And I'm like sitting here like tearing up because I'm like, man, if you would just go get your blood work, find out where your estrogen is, your progesterone, your testosterone, just go find out. Because a lot of marriages end. A lot of friendships end because of the lack of hormones. So please, ladies, save your children and your grandchildren. I realized, lastly, my mom and I were warring back in the day, and it's only now I said, oh shit, mom was in menopause, and she was suffering in silence. So I'm on a mission to make sure we all have the support. So follow me.
Wow. Thank you. I'm going to pass this over to Rhythm&Blues Cambridge to say goodbye here and walk Jully Black off the stage. Again, thank you.
So how we gon' make it if I cook for you? Had your babies too? Sacrifice for you. I couldn't imagine I'd wake up alone. I give it, you take it. Forgave your mistakes and still I can't relate. Found broken parts, but that wasn't the case. Yeah.
amazing. It came out, everything just came out together. Like Jully Black was phenomenal. She was, I learned so much from her, even things that was right in my face, but I did not see. She made me see that, and everything just came out so well. Like the space, everything was amazing. Thank you.
It was really good. It was good.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was.
Learn anything new? Learn anything new?
Yeah.
It was really good. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I hope there's more events like this. And yeah, I recommend.
So we can see you at the next one.
Probably.
It was an amazing event. It was incredible to see so many people, so many young women, and also to hear from Jully Black, to do this movement practice. It was beautiful. Thank you for this event. Thank you for bringing us all together.
I just want to say that I'm glad that I came to this event, and it was a great, enlightening experience. I won a gift and love to celebrate the International Day of the Girl. Thanks.
Hi everyone, it's A. Decker here, Alana Decker. This event was amazing, International Day of the Girl, and I was able to give my painting to Jully Black. I am so grateful that she accepted my gift. Thank you so much, Jully. Thank you, Rhythm&Blues, Cambridge. That's my family, the dream team. The dream team, love y'all.
I think this event was amazing. I had so much fun. Jully Black was very inspirational and she was amazing. I hung on to every word she said, and I'll remember every word she talked about, and I think she's just a very inspirational person, and I had so much fun here today.
Yeah, I agree with what she said. I think everything Jully Black said was inspirational, and every little black girl or every girl in general can take notes from what she said. Just Rhythm&Blues, Chrisanne, this was a beautiful event. I really admire everything she does for little black girls like us, because 10 years ago from now, we didn't have anything like this. So just paving new gateways and having things like this for us, it's beautiful.
Iron Marino, man, you don't know, fully loaded. We're there for with boss lady, Julia Black, down in the place, Cambridge, Ontario. Big up on yourself. We're out here.